for joining us. The man accused of killing United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson earlier this month has been indicted in New York. Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg announced the new charges against Luigi Mangione at a news conference Tuesday.
The defendant is charged with 1 count of murder in the first degree and 2 counts of murder in the second degree, including 1 count of murder in the second degree as an act of terrorism.
The 26-year-old suspect is expected to appear in a Pennsylvania court for a hearing Thursday on the weapons and forgery charges he faces in that state. The judge will also take up the issue of Mangione's extradition to New York, which he has been fighting. CBS News correspondent Lilia Luciano has more.
We are learning today that this case got way more serious for Luigi Mangione. Before this morning, before this indictment was handed down, we believed that he was going to be charged with second-degree murder. In any other state or in many other states, first-degree murder is a charge where the prosecutors can prove that there was premeditation. In New York, first-degree murder is saved for very specific cases, which include people who kill police officers, serial killers, and in this case, in what some legal experts are calling a very creative way of going about this case, Luigi Mangione is basically being accused of terrorism, and that's how they arrived at that first-degree murder charge in this indictment, where there's a maximum of life without a possibility of parole. Second-degree murder, he could get life in prison, but not necessarily without the possibility of parole, so that's what's different here. On the other hand, we also learned today that from DA Bragg that the mother of Luigi Mangione, who had filed a missing persons report in San Francisco, as we reported last week, told police officers from the NYPD or detectives who reached out to check on that tip that not that she believed it was her son in the images, but that this is something that she may see her son having done. I'm paraphrasing, but something along those lines. This case has gotten very serious for this defendant, who could still waive his extradition. His next time in court is next Thursday at 8:30 in the morning, where the hearing is about the extradition.
Thank you, Lilia. Anna Schechter joins us now. She's the senior coordinating producer for our CBS News Crime and Public Safety Unit. Can you break down the charges in the indictment? Because Lilia mentioned the significance of this, but what do prosecutors have to prove, in particular for that terrorism aspect?
Well, they need to prove that he intended to create terror and to terrorize the citizens of New York. So it wasn't just targeting Brian Thompson, but with that act, creating fear and chaos. And Rebecca Weiner, who is the NYPD's czar on counterterrorism, she explained that today. She went up to the podium. She was clearly involved in this, and that was actually